Well, tonight on the podcast, ladies and gentlemen, there was a government worker that put out an audio about what the migrants are actually getting because, CNN and all of them is not going to put out what they're getting. Now, you remember last podcast, we talked about Dr. Boulay Carr, and he said that all this migrant, crisis that's going on is a lie. It's not an issue at all. It's not. So we want to play what this government worker says that the Biden administration, remember, this is the Biden administration's migrant crisis, what his administration is giving the migrants. Let's go ahead and roll that.
Work for, I'm not going to say the exact place because I'll get in trouble. It is with the government. A lot of the immigrants that are coming, I'm not saying all of them. Some of them do want to get a work visa. Some of them do want to work. Perfect. But there's 80, 90% that don't. And for people who say they're not getting help, they need a social. If you were on my end, you would deal with this daily. They do get a social. It's a very rare looking number. 0001 stuff like that. They do get food stamps. Depending what state you're from, they're called different. They do get check from the government. They get all sorts of assistance because I have to deal with this daily. Mind you, a lot of them, they're very disrespectful. They don't call and ask, hey, what's going on? No, they call because I speak Spanish. I'm a certified translator for the government as well. And they call demanding, hey, where the hell is my card? You all are supposed to send me, where are my benefits? Where are my food stamps? And it's like,
totally entitled.
Exactly. In Spanish, they curse at us and all that we owe them. And the majority are Venezolanos. Okay. There's a few from but I'm Hispanic. I also have native bloodline. They don't want to work. They're being kicked out. They are literally hurting these hotel people, New York, in all these places where they were sent to because they refuse to leave. If you don't believe me, look it up. They are picketing. They are saying, no vamos a trabajar. We came here to be supported. Why don't they have the power and the balls to do that in the country?
We definitely want to give a shout out to, this government worker here for actually telling what's going on. This is what I love about today is that we can share information in real time. We don't have to go through the gatekeepers like we used to have to deal with back in the day. If ABC, CBS, or NBC didn't put it out, CNN didn't put it out, then we would not know. That's how so much stuff has been covered up for so long. So let's get to it. They're getting food stamps. They didn't pay a single tax in this country for food stamps. And here we're going to center everything back to our community for sure. Every time a black person tries to get food stamps, they're demonized for getting food stamps. You just need to get a job. This lady said that they a lot of them don't even want to work. She's saying basically the majority, they don't want to work. They want to lay up on the American tax dollar because the Biden administration has created that problem. The Biden administration has created a group of people who've come in here in the millions that are truly lazy. But you always want to say black Americans are lazy. How is it so-called black Americans are lazy and we built the country? Black Americans want jobs all the time. And yet these people have set up here to undermine black American men in particular from these construction jobs and all kind of other jobs that you see out here with building roads and bridges, homes, etc. You understand? So they're getting food stamps, swiping cards, whatever, how they do it in your state. Not working, but laid up. Then she said that they're getting checks. Oh, but when black Americans talk about reparations in the form of cash payments, because we actually put in the work to build this country because we wouldn't pay for it during chattel slavery. Oh, that's an issue and a problem. Oh, no, you black Americans can't have no reparations. What are you talking about? I'm talking, especially you, the folks, because a lot of the folks are here listening now. You better understand who I am. I'm not no Brandon Tatum or Candace Owens now. I'm talking about the migrant crisis because it's affecting my community. But since you're here listening, you see, you have an issue with reparations, but look all the reparations you paying to somebody else who didn't. At least Black Americans are paying taxes in this country. At least you could see what we have built. They getting checks, but when Black Americans say a check, oh no. And check this out. Now, this political cartoon that we work with a great brother with, and let me put that up. Now, I have been kind of sitting on this because, hey, you know what? We're going to go a different route in some of our messaging, but it came out at the right time. As you can see there, the Democrats want reparations for migrants, and doggone it, that's exactly what's happening. They getting checks, while Black Americans who are the descendants of slaves in this country, who built this country for free, talk about the reparations that's owed to our people, and yet the migrants are getting checks. And this is all by the Democrats and the Biden administration out there in California, Gavin Newsome. Now they can come over now and get free health care now. That's what Gavin Newsome is doing in California. People are escaping that state in droves. And do you know, because so many people are leaving California, Gavin Newsome and the Democrats want to try to impose an exit tax to people. Yes, he wants to try to tax people from leaving California because that place has descended into so much of a hellhole because of Democrat policies. In Oakland, California, businesses are just running out of that place. San Francisco, a hellhole. Have you been to downtown Los Angeles? Have you been there? It looks like a third world country. This is Democrats here. That's a Democrat stronghold. It's California. And look what's happening. That's why a lot of those California people moving down here to Texas. Because they see what happens, like I say, but don't bring your voting down here if you don't want that, because that's not going to repeat here. No, I'm sorry. It's way too many people here. This is a straight up red state. But the Democrats are giving food stamps and money. Black Americans not asking for food stamps. We just asking for what's our just due, reparations. See, the Democrats don't mind paying money to nobody. They don't want to pay it to the black man and woman who's truly owed. And remember when Kamala said this?
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
Exactly. But they'll do something to benefit them. Remember, this is a government worker saying this. This is not me making it up. No, that's not no AI, nothing like that. Now, the woman continued, on top of getting food stamps, on top of getting checks, they're being disrespected. Talking to them crazy. Because they have gotten so entitled. Well, yeah, they're going to get entitled. They come in here, break our laws, don't have to follow the law, don't have to follow the rules to become illegal immigration. Listen, I'm cool with legal immigration. I'm cool with you doing what you got to do and you become a citizen. I'm cool with that. I really am. I'm not on that. Those people talking about, I don't want legal or illegal. No. Because most of the people that saying that crap, that's built-in racism. No. Legal immigration, I'm fine with that. You did it the right way. I'm cool. Illegal is the problem. So they broke the laws to come in here. There was no consequence because they didn't go to jail, but let a black man or woman even look funny, they going to jail. You jaywalk the wrong way, you going to jail. But these people can literally invade the United States of America and they're not going to jail. So that's why they acting the way they're acting. They don't have to follow our laws. They're getting free food with food stamps. They're getting checks. And so now they're being disrespectful on top of that. See, the Biden administration created that. Listen, when you tell people, hey, let's come over to America, you get some free stuff. Well, you think you're not going to show up? They showing up because that's the environment that Biden created. And the moment Biden got in office, he got rid of everything Trump had in place to keep them at bay. The Remain in Mexico policy was a great policy, especially for our border patrol. The woman said that in their mind, the United States owes them. Owe them what? What do they? Listen, This is why in God's great wisdom, he said, if you don't work, you don't eat. You got to work for what you want. And that way you appreciate it. It's honorable when you work. Hey, if you work and become successful, I respect that. Definitely. Now, I don't respect you if you manipulate it and you oppress people, you put people in slavery and kill people and all that to get to where you at. I don't respect none of that, because you didn't really get to where you at by the sweat of your brow. You did it built off other people instead of yourself. But these people come in here and say, hey, you owe me. Owe you what? Nobody owe you. Now, this woman mentioned a lot of them come from Venezuela. She said the majority. And they come over here with this attitude. Remember, she said the majority feels this way. She said just a few really want to work. And they ask them about their work permits and they want to get, they want to do something for themselves, etc. On top of that, on top of the free food, on top of the checks, how many times have Black Americans been told, we say, hey, we need a little help. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Stop asking for free stuff. All y'all want is free stuff. You want welfare. You want this and the third. Hey, white America, are you going to say something about this? Because when Black folks ask for just a minimal help, and we truly need the help as a collective of people, you got a problem. And Black Americans pay taxes, and we're citizens of this country. I want to know what y'all going to say about this. Because let me tell Black people something. You get every government program out there for you to get. Every one of them. I don't want you to feel bad about doing it or anything. Because as you can see, them Democrats, they will give free money, free food, and everything else. When y'all approached Clyburn and y'all talked about reparations in the form of cash payments, he got angry with you. And he told you, stop effing with him. You remember he said that? Stop effing with him? But Clyburn not going to say about them free checks going over there to the migrants, though. He's not going to say nothing about that. He's quiet. But Dr. Boulay Carr and Boulay Martin, that's not a problem. That's not an issue. Boulay Martin said we actually need those people. Really, Boulay Martin, that's the people we need. The majority don't want to work. A bunch of military-age men. They're committing crimes. Even Brandon Johnson in Chicago recently had to admit they're out there committing crimes in Chicago. They're committing so many crimes. But according to Boulay Martin, we need those people. That's what Boulay Martin say. Those people, we need them. We need them in this country. I'll get to him later, but we got to talk about pressing issues before we deal with them another time. So, on top of that, she talked about the hotels in New York. They put them up in hotels. I was shocked when I heard them were putting them in hotels in Manhattan. I was shocked about that. I say, are they seriously putting them in Manhattan? Your tourist area, Manhattan, Times Square, etc., you put them there. And then you see what they're doing there. They're destroying the hotels. They're constantly making the breakers flip at the hotels because they're bringing hot plates in there, cooking, and then trying to go sell stuff on the streets, having a bunch of street vendors that's not even, regulated through the, New York Health Department, which all bodegas and all the vendors you see that's on the street out there, they have a health department certificate, because that's the way we do in this country. They're not going to do that. They're going to go out there and just try to sell food, do whatever they're trying to do. They're in the subway selling food, selling, whatever they want to sell. And they need to go through the same standards as any other person in New York City or wherever they at, LA, wherever, to sell food. They don't care about our laws. They don't care about taxes. They don't respect the government workers. They have come in, and Biden has created that problem. He has. But you say vote blue no matter who. You say go vote Biden in 2024. That's what you telling me. And once again, I'm going to address you. Some of you. I'm talking about the Black folks, because like I said, I'm working hard at penetrating a thick wall in your head. I'm working hard at it. I'm slowly chipping at it. It's not going to be overnight I can get through it, but I'm slowly chipping at some of you. And some of you are raging at me, upset with me, not because you say, you never say I'm a liar though. You just upset what I'm saying. I'm showing you the proof. It's not like I have always done my platform is I'm going to show you a lot better than I'm going to tell you. I'm going to show you, then I'm going to build off of what I show you. So you can't deny anything. Some of you, we posted the political cartoon about the Democrats and reparations. Some of you were saying, and once again, will just come out and say you're going to vote for Trump. If I wanted to vote for Trump, I would do it, and nothing you could do to stop me from voting for Trump if that's what I want to do. If I want to vote for the couch, it's nothing you could do to stop me from voting for the couch. I will tell you up front, I am not voting for no Democrats. It ain't happening. I can guarantee you that. Trump or the couch, that's really what it is. Now, with this migrant situation, oh yeah, I vote for Trump on that. You better believe that. I will say that publicly. I'll vote for Trump because of this. Now, I want to know what he's going to do for the black community. I want to know that. Now, on the guys of business and how you treat businesses, yeah, I'll vote for Trump on business all day long. Those two issues for sure. But I need to see what else Trump is kind of offering. Like, it doesn't bother me if y'all say, just say it. I said it, and I'm going to say it again. I am politically independent. I vote for whoever I want to vote for. I'm not tied to no party, period. Listen, gone are the days that you could bully black folk. Because black folks have seen 60 years of dedicated to this Democrat, and what have we got out of it? We say reparations, they say no, because I'm going to give the money that belongs to you to migrants. I'm going to give it to them. I'm going to give them the food stamps. I'm going to give them everything that should be going to you. I'm going to pay Democrat shills to belittle you, insult you, ancestor shame you, to get you to come vote for me, not give you anything, but you still paying taxes though. But I'm going to make sure your tax dollars go to them, while telling you at the same time to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Tell them that. Tell them to pull themselves up by their bootstraps. Why don't you go tell the Democrats, hey, why they get to break the law and we can't? Any little thing, a black person get gunned down for pulling the cell phone out of his pocket. Notice none of them police gunning them down. Have you seen that? They're committing crimes and nobody got shot 17 times. Have y'all noticed that? Nobody got choked out like Eric Garner out there in New York. No migrant got choked out and lost his life that way. Have y'all noticed that? A bunch of military-age males, and they have been committing crimes. Not one of them been choked out. Now, one of them been shot in the back. None of that. The police, man, they just got some great restraint all of a sudden. That's why we tell y'all about them police. No, they do that to black folk and black folk only. Mass incarceration, black folk. Because technically, all of them broke the law. They should be mass incarcerated. They're showing other people house. Remember we covered? They're putting, feces and urine in cups and putting on people's front doorstep in New York. See, CNN and MSNBC, the Democrat news outlets, they're not going to talk about that because they got to sell you. They got to sell this to you and want you, because see, they can't continue to do what they're doing without the black vote. And shame on you shills who sitting up here trying to deceive our people once again to come out and vote so our votes could be used to give resources to other groups who didn't even pay a single tax in this country, who didn't build this country, who's coming in hostile in this country, hostile. And for sure, hostile to black folk, because even in their homeland, they're hostile to our brothers and sisters who are Afro-Latinos. They're hostile to them. When I went to Costa Rica, I had talked to a sister out there in Costa Rica, and she was telling me to get down how it is. Black folks are treated the same everywhere. Our brothers and sisters in Latin America are not treated right. No different than how we are treated. Look at when the Haitians tried to come in, because the Haitians truly have an asylum claim. They truly do. Biden had no problem getting them doggone Haitians right on out of here. Put they behind right back in Port-au-Prince. He was quick to get the Haitians out. Oh boy, he was Trump all the way around when it comes to the Haitians. Y'all notice that? He didn't give the Haitians no food stamps, no checks. He didn't put the Haitians up in no hotels. He didn't do that with the Haitians. But Biden has been a doggone racist for forever. I mean, y'all got to understand, this man here, and I will still never forget that, and I'm going to play that again.
You have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
And Charlemagne said it behind, didn't check him for saying that, because that was straight racist right there. How you going to have some old known racist to sit up there and tell you ain't, like, you not black? Like, he has some authority to talk to us as Black America. And the crazy part is, y'all still wouldn't vote for him, even after that disrespect. That's why the Democrats do what they do, because y'all have never showed them that there's a consequence of disrespecting Black America. You say, so what is the consequence? Don't vote for them. You can vote for the couch. You can vote for Trump. You can vote for the Green Party. You can vote for Cornel West. You can vote for whoever you want to vote for. Just don't vote for that Biden Harris. I'm not against voting. I'm not telling you not to vote, because the couch is a vote. Trump is a vote. Third party is a vote. Whatever you want to do that. I'm not against it. I'm not telling you not to participate in the process. I'm just saying, for the sake of our community, don't give that your vote to them. That you want more of that, what we just saw? You want to bring in, listen, 300,000 came across last month. 2.5 million last year. You give him another 4 years of that, if you want to. The Democrats, if they want the black vote, they need to pay reparations at this point, because they got no problem giving checks to other people. I don't want to hear, listen, I really don't want to hear no talk from no Democrat at this point. When all you giving checks, but you got a problem with us talking about reparations, man? Oh, hell no. And then, and shout out to Marcel Dixon and all the brothers and sisters in South Carolina, when they approached, an NAACP event talking about Dr. King, they kicked them out because they were talking about reparations. See, that stuff right there. But the NAACP is not talking about this at all. They're not. That's why I don't respect the NAACP. I have no respect for the Urban League. I have no respect for the National Action Network. I don't respect none of them organizations, because they all boule organizations. They're just on the plantation. They don't want to keep us there not getting a freaking thing because they're getting their checks. But once again, shout out to this government worker for putting out the truth and letting the people know. There's a lot of people working for the government that know that certain things isn't right. They know. Trust me, they know it's not right. And this woman says she's Hispanic. So you can't go on, well, y'all just being a racist toward these people. No. There are plenty of Hispanic people who don't like the migrant crisis either. Plenty. Because they pay taxes like everybody else. They go to work like everybody else. Their parents, some of their parents came here. But as I was told many times, hey, my parents didn't get crap. They had to work. They wasn't giving them no free hotels, food stamps, checks. They didn't give them crap. They're like, hey, you better get yourself out there and go to work. You just better be glad you're here. That's what they was told. And which is the right way. Get it how you live. You say you want to come to work, get your behind out there and work and build something. And a lot of them did. But these new groups of people that's coming in, what Biden is doing, and listen, we all know why he's doing it. The reason why he's doing it, so America could run like apartheid South Africa. And the reason why I say apartheid South Africa, so apartheid South Africa was controlled by, the whites, the Dutch, etc. They were the minority, but they controlled everything. Well, what Biden was trying to do is flood the zone with people from Venezuela and people particularly who can be classified. I'm not saying they're white people, but on paper they'll classify them as white. So they show that there's a white majority when technically it won't be a white majority. It won't. Now we know it's European white, right? So they want to justify European white to continue running the country, continue to have all the positions in Congress, the House, judges, everything, when the country is not majority European white. You understand? So his deal was because he said, because you heard when Biden said that when they become a minority, they're doomed. That's what Biden said. Now that's the most racist thing ever. That sounds like something a freaking white supremacist would say. Because Biden is a freaking racist. He is. So their plan is to, when they become the minority, is to use these new people and classify these new people as white. So when it comes to government money, positions, etc., they can keep funneling all the majority of the money to the European white minority and using those other people's numbers to say, justify it and say, well, we got to get a majority of the resources to the white community because, hey, look, they got the numbers, but technically they're not going to have the numbers. So that's really what Biden is. That's why when people say it's no difference between a Democrat and a Republican, it's not a difference. The only difference is the way they do things in the area of anti-black racism. That's the only difference. But at the end of the day, a Democrat and Republican believe in racism, white supremacy. They believe in that. They believe in it. So that's why I don't get into this guy's better, that guy's better. I look at policies. I don't look at a person's party. I don't look at a policy. If a policy is good, I'll go with it. But at the end of the day, I'm not looking for them people to save me, save my family, or save my community. If you're looking for a Democrat to save your family or your community, you are, as a black person, then you really don't know anything.